Hey, welcome to the layout. Hey, it's Don from the Nearly Historical Railroad channel. If you like our videos, please subscribe and do all that type of stuff. So I want to talk to you guys about turnouts, but we'll do that later. In the last few videos, we started working on a mill at a mine area, and we started working on a baseball field and other stuff and things. So yeah, we're just all over the place. When I get here at night, I don't always know what I'm gonna work on, and so I just kind of figured out when I get here and decide then. Let me just show you something with the baseball field real quick. Let's start with that. Okay, so here is where we're doing the baseball field. I have styrofoam kind of ready to go along the edges to start carving them up and whatnot. But here's the problem. So this lines up nice. This end, although it's level, doesn't line up nice. And if we look, bounces around. The only way to make that level is if I screw it down. And that defeats the purpose of making a pop out because you don't have to unscrew it every time, you just want to be able to lift it out. So I need to replace this piece of wood. It's not gonna do it. It's a little short anyways. It's not real flat. I laid it on the ground and see that? That's not gonna work. It's not flat enough. All right, but so let me show you what's next to solve this problem. Okay, so we're out in the wood shop with all the saws and everything. So let me show you this. Okay, so right here is two 4x8 sheets of nice flat particle board with a bunch of stuff stacked on top of them. Pulling all that wood down, putting all the other stuff back up. I'm not in the mood for it right now. Maybe I'm not feeling strong. I just don't want to do that right now. So we're gonna do something else. I'm gonna show you a couple other things inside. All right. So if you go back several videos, maybe I'll put a link up here. We were working on the Romley area, and I cut out a cardboard template for this area so I could figure out where the buildings were gonna go. Well, I haven't done anything with it since then. And the reason why is because this is the standard gauge track that's gonna go around the whole perimeter of the room, or does. This is the last section. Well, until a couple nights ago, we didn't know for sure exactly how this turn was gonna land, where it was gonna end up. And so that changes my real estate for Romley up here. So I've just kind of been holding off to figure out what that's going to be. But now we know. Don, my dad, and John have been working on this. They actually had a board across there earlier and ran trains across it. John's got this piece, he's working on it now. Maybe we'll see it later tonight, not sure. Yeah, so that's what's going on with that. I haven't forgotten about it. It's still in my mind, along with so many other things. Since I'm standing right here, I'll just tell you, here's a Cimarron. Hey, these cars weren't here before. They've never been on this layout. Cool. Train show, score. So anyways, my dad's been kind of fine tuning these turnouts back in here. It's a little bit of a rough area, but I think he's got that working a little better now. So progress. Again, progress. All right. So this is the area of Morrison and that mill. I'm gonna stare at this for a while. I came up with a pretty cool idea. I'll explain that in a minute. But speaking of train show, my dad picked up these shorter hopper cars, which will work perfect in here. So it's got me kind of excited to work on this. And it gave me another idea for another area of the layout, but that's a whole other story. Okay, so the layout's on. It's a little noisier. That's fine, because, you know, we run trains sometimes. So the mill area, it's not only just figuring out the building, but also the mountain that the building lives on and the other accessories around it. So I kind of had to figure it all out once, and I was out here the other day. I came up with this brilliant idea, and I'm just gonna kind of build this out a little bit, because if I can kind of get the mountain going, that will help me figure out more of where the building needs to land. And I'll explain this as I build it or after I build it, something like that. But we're gonna do that now. I think I need to pull our bridges out. You haven't seen that. John designed these. They're pretty cool. look, one removable bridge. Okay, oh, and in case you're wondering, when you unplug this, that actually kills power to some of this track in here, so you can't run a train off. Well, unless you got a keep live, then it's your own problem. There's the train, you can't see it. And then also what's really cool, at this end, we put a little reed switch in and a magnet. So when you pull the bridge out, it shuts off this section of track too. Pretty cool. Right in there is a little magnet. And that little magnet activates this reed switch. That reed switch controls the power to this section of track. I previously had no intention of showing you that at this moment, but it just happened. So there you go, a little bonus for you. Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna explain this to you right now. So this is kind of the end of the layout, right? This is kind of a front edge of it. Bridges go across here. So I wanna have this mountain over here. So this is just gonna be cut, like you cut the mountain in half right here. But, you know, so just a little spot for the train to go in. But I wanna be able to clean the track in there easily. So I wanna make it so that this little piece comes off easy. Like that, you just take this off. I don't know, maybe magnets hold it, Velcro or something, I don't know. Now this is much bigger and you can get your arm in there to clean track. Because it's a little hard in this way. It's a little hard this way. So if you can reach your hand in that way, it'll be easier to clean track. Then you just pop that back on. That's the idea anyways right now. Something like that. I think it's a fish. Bottom. Might have just messed that up. Or not. If anything, I'll paint it cool colors, hang it somewhere and call it art. And someone will pay money for it. Not much. Trying to make sense out of this. No, not much left. It's barely on there. It's okay, it's okay. Kind of. I'm gonna make that work, I think. So I tested it. I put my arm in there. And I can pretty easily reach far. So I'm gonna secure this mess up a little. It's not a mess up. There wasn't that much wood there when I started out with it. I hear Jim and I hear Scott. We've been without them till now. It's cool. With Scott here, we might start talking about turnouts because I want specialness with turnouts.
When it gets fixed up, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah. I'm jealous. They got two fireplaces in that sucker.
Yeah. Put some window curtains on that.
Okay, making progress on that. But Jim and Scott are here. So I'm gonna show you what Scott is going to start working on. So Scott is our Kenosha Pass person at the moment. And he's been working on this turnout. It's not all the way in yet, but he's got ties laid for it. And this turnout. This is what I want to talk to you about a little bit later in the video. But I built that for him. And that is a key turnout because that will link, you know, all of this part of the layout. That will link that to our new, you know, Kenosha Pass, Alpine Tunnel area, and all that type of stuff. This whole upper route. So he's gonna start laying ties for this turnout. This is kind of a curved turnout, but I got stuff to tell you about it. All right, got a bunch of screws in that. It's nice and solid. I like that. Scott's working over there. Don and Jim are working over there. And I just heard Jim say, it's kind of grody, but I think this will work better. I don't know what they're doing. I think they might be soldering stuff.
Oh, it is. It's a spring.
Yeah, it's that spring catching on the cork underneath there, I think. Try it again.
Yeah, that's what it is.
John's here. Whatever. I don't know why I feel like I need to introduce everybody when they come in. But John's here.
John's here. John's here.
John's here.
So Scott and Jim have left. So I'm going to show you this. This is it's in here. It's nice and solid to give you another angle. But this is the main structure. And what I want to do is make a piece that will go in here, but it will cover this whole area. So it'll cover all this, nice little portal there, and it just pops off. Maybe magnets or something. But that's how that's going to work. I think that's going to be pretty cool. So you take that off again, reach in there, easy to clean the track. Yeah, that's good. Let me show you another angle. So got that front piece in there. And I also got this screwed up in here. So I can bring the mountain down from here and come down this way. Got something nice defined to attach it to. So this is really cool. Doesn't look like a lot, but it means a lot to me. So I think this is gonna work out really nice. I'll show you a little bit more. Okay, just so you can get a different angle on this. So the mountain, can start right back in there to the track and kind of build its way up. We have that mine, it's gonna come around here and into this. So that mine will come out on the left side there, go across that bridge and into the ore dump right there. I think that's gonna work out really nice. This cap, this is my temporary settling tank for cyanide or whatever. I wanna have a pipe coming out of the mill, out of here, go back in there. Remember the styrofoam, that's the mill. These are the different roof angles and whatnot. I did move this to this side. I had it back over there, but you couldn't even really see it. So the roof, I don't know, I'm gonna try and make it match. I'll have to figure that out, but I like the way this is turning out. So we got our new car for dumping into there. Okay, John just left also. I said that Scott and Jim had left, but I wanna show you what Scott was working on. He was working on this turnout, which brings us back to turnouts. But he got ties put down, glued down, so that is forward progress. This is very good, because again, that turnout kind of links all the existing layout into our new stuff over this way. The third layout kind of, right? So I want to talk to you about this turnout though. And I also want to talk to you about this turnout, which if I'm talking about those turnouts, we need to talk about this one, and that one also. All right, so what I wanted to talk to you about is just is like custom built turnouts. So you can buy store-bought turnouts. We got lots of those. We use them. They're great. They're fine. If you start making your own custom turnouts, cool. You can make all kinds of stuff. Fast Tracks makes, I'm not advertising for them, whatever, but they make paper templates, and I use those to lay stuff out. And they also make like a metal jig that you can use to build your own custom turnouts. I recommend using that because that helps out a lot. I just used to use these and a bunch of stick pins and stuff before I got that thing. But just what I want to say is like, and this is obvious for a lot of people maybe, but maybe some people don't realize this. Turnouts are kind of flexible. It doesn't have to be just like this template or just like the metal template you get. So here's my example. So up at Kenosha Pass, I wanted a curved turnout, but I decided I kind of wanted this part of it not to be so curved. It would maybe work better if it wasn't quite so curved. So I got brave and I just, started with this and I used that as a start, but I made this my own. So if you notice this rail, this follows the template, but this one doesn't follow the template exactly. It kind of eases out a little less. It's kind of more straight right here than it is curved. So yes, this part is curved all the way through, but then this is is not so much. Here's this Y turnout up at Kenosha Pass. This also doesn't fit any templates that are out there because it's not really just a Y, but it's also kind of a curve. This whole piece here is curved. It doesn't go straight into the turnout right here. It's curved. So again, it doesn't really match the templates that are out there. Okay, this turnout, that is based off of a template. You can use a template for that. Again, this turnout, that turnout, they all match a template. Okay, so the point that I'm trying to get to here is simple. There's turnouts at the store, there's templates and everything. Well, you can build turnouts that don't fit those molds, that are something different. Learn how they work. Go on YouTube, I'm not gonna show you how. Go on YouTube, there's videos that explain how a turnout actually works, how the guardrails work and what their function is. It's very critical what they do and how they interact with the frog and the flanges on the wheels and all these things. It's not that hard, but once you understand it and you have a track gauge, use a track gauge to build these things, you could build all kinds of turnouts that don't fit the normal mold of stuff. You know, this frog's not in the right spot. It normally would be out here, but it changed it. It's like, well, now it's got to be. You can figure it out. Just learn the concepts of it, and spend some time on it, and it's kind of fun. It takes longer to build these because you can't use a regular template. So, try that out. It's cool. It's fine. People will admire you. That's it. Goodbye.